What is going on, guys? It is Duke and welcome to today's Rise of Civilization video. Super excited to be here today because we're going to cover something that everyone can relate to that plays the game when we're talking about elite commanders. The beauty of elite commanders is that I have them, you have them. Pretty much every single person who's going to be tuning into this video has elite commanders. But before you get started, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We are a sponsored content creator for Rise of Civilization, so we are producing daily Rise of Civilization content each and every day. That's what daily means. So make sure you hit the notification button down below, subscribe, and also leave your comments. So as we go in, I like to see if you guys can add your 2 cents to the video, because I love really hearing what you guys have to say. It helps me and it helps the other viewers, because I know they've been tuning in. I've been seeing a lot of piggyback comments going along here, and I love hearing that. So let's get started. We're talking about elite commanders. Like I said, every single person has them. They're easy to go ahead and level up. As you can see here, Lancelot, we have 5, 5, 5, and we have 4. So he's almost maxed out right now. And then we have Gaius. He's at 5, 5, 5, and no 4th skill yet. Tomoe, she is at a 5, 5, 5, no 4th skill. And Sarka is at a 5, 5, 5, and no. But Constance has been the one that I've really been lacking on. So here we go, getting into it. Now, there's so much emphasis on legendary commanders, epic commanders, that sometimes these elite commanders get pushed off to the wayside in discussion. But in your daily gameplay, a lot of people use them. It's because I know I personally don't give a lot of love to these elite commanders. But really, if I look at my lineup here, we're talking about my daily, everyday guys that I'm using. Especially with gathering. That's where they come in the big play, is Gaius with his beady little eyeballs. He is a great gatherer for me. Sarka is a wonderful gatherer, and I've been starting to use Constance because as I'm going ahead and pairing up some of my commanders that are going out in the field, Constance is one that has actually been popping up in my suggested commanders to use. So, and here we go. So let's get in Lancelot. Lancelot, for a free-to-play commander, he's pretty good, because especially early on when you're trying to get up your mobility, trying to get up your speed, trying to get up your march speed, even if you're not using full cavalry armies, which you are not going to be early on, you still can go ahead and take advantage of the march speed bonus, because sometimes whether you're going ahead in some of the enemy elimination events, you want speed, whether you're going after a guy or if you are getting away from a guy. Also, another big thing you're looking at is if you have somebody that's coming into your territory, maybe going after your farmers and attacking them, well, over the course of time of when they're going around and bouncing around to the farming spots, it will soften up their troops. You can use Lancelot to go in. Right now, he has 118,000 troop capacity. So if you get a softened up opponent who is maybe retreating after he hit a couple spots, Lancelot can catch up depending on who you pair him with, and he can catch up and do some good damage. So he is one that you really want to look after. Like I said, you don't want to be bringing him out with the big guns and going into some big showdowns when you're going to be going up against, in a PvP setting, maybe against like Double C, going up against Minamoto, Julius, things like that, Richard. You want to kind of keep him away from those. He might be good tracking people down. Maybe as people retreat, and you can kind of backdoor some guys, which would be a good thing. You always got to think about the backdoor. And then he is especially one, like I said, he's easy to level up. All of these elite commanders are easy to level up just by opening up chests, doing your daily exercises, as far as taking down barbarians, getting those keys, things of that nature are awesome. Now Gaius is a great gatherer for me. So as you can see, he excels at gathering resources, and I think it's his second skill here, which increases food gathering, increases wood and stone. So he is very good if you can go ahead and work on that second skill there, which is awesome, and build his talent tree up properly, because you're going to be sending him out, like I said, as a gatherer, going ahead and bringing them all back. Now Tomoe goes in. She is one that I've kind of given a bad rap lately, but really the big thing here is this third skill. This third skill makes her actually relatively important. So really, you can skip over that first sentence. Increases skill damage by 15% when Tomoe goes and is serving as a secondary commander. Secondary commander. Now, Tomoe is not the best of commanders, but if used properly, she can be very, very good and versatile. As you can see, versatility. She can be a very important commander for you, especially if you're, like I said, free to play, or maybe if you're putting a little bit of money, investing a little bit into commanders. But she can be one that can be very useful because of this third skill. So really, you got to always use her as a secondary commander. You don't really want to throw her out here there leading up an army. Using her as a secondary skill. You got to use her to her strength. Secondary skill. And also archer. This commander excels at leading archers. As you can see, I think it's, let me see, here we go. Let me see where we can find out. Okay, her second skill right there increases attack of archer units by 5% and increases the march speed of archer units. So, that being said, who do you pair her up with? Now, if you want to go ahead and pair her up with someone like Herman, as you can see, he is an archer commander. Excuse me. Putting them together can really work well. You can really put them in sync, and they can do some work together. Her, and then also if you have Kusanagi, they're also ones that you can pair up and really work them together. If you're running out archers, that is a really good thing to do. Keep that in mind. So, like I said, she is one that you can use to her strength. She's really easy to level up. As you can see, I got her to 3 5s, and I really haven't spent too much time with her. Now, Sarka. Sarka seems like she is one of my beast mode gatherers. As you can see, increases gathering speed of all kinds of resources by 18%. That's pretty big. That's huge. Now, if you want to go ahead, check out her talent tree, something like this here. We have the gathering tree portion of that going. Same thing for Gaius. I think his gathering tree is just like that. You guys want to maybe just use these, work them to the bone in their gathering, because you really should be sending these gatherers out every single day, all the time, pretty much throughout the day. And then that leads us to Constance. Constance is the same way. Now, it looks like her going to be her secondary skill here. Increases wood gathering, which can roll all the way up to 20%, and then also 15%. So if you can get Constance worked on, you can get her up to 20%. And then if we look at Gaius, his food can go up to 20% too. So these are going to be very important commanders. Like I said, sometimes elite commanders get pushed to the back burner in our talks, in our everyday talks, but really they're in our everyday lives. So if we go ahead and check out right now out on the field, I have Constance, I have Sarka, and then I also have Joan. I think I have Joan paired up with Gaius right now, and because it's his skill, not so much his talent, because remember, secondary commanders' talents just go out the window when they're serving as a secondary commander, but their skills can still go ahead and stack up with the primary commander. So keep that in mind. These are some huge things to really think about, because gathering is, as you can see, I go ahead and got to collect my stuff because of my OCD, but gathering is big time in this game, because you need to constantly be collecting those resources so you can constantly be working on leveling up and increasing the levels in your city hall, and then get your city hall leveled up. So like I said, some very big things to think about. You really do need to work on them, focus on them. Like I said, Constance, I need to work on her, and the other ones, like I said, if you can get them, especially if you can get them leveled up from going from 2 stars, if you can skip right to 4 stars, that's huge, because you don't really need to go ahead and get their traits maxed all the way up and their talents, but you need to get those skills. The skill things are what you really want to focus on, because a lot of these guys are going to be serving as secondary. If you can pair them with big time gatherers like Joan, you really don't need to worry about getting the talents all the way up, because the talents won't work. But those are huge, so let me know what you guys think. I'm sure a lot of guys are liking Lancelot, but are these other guys, are they part of your everyday gathering arsenal? I'd love to hear that. Let me know down in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys, and we will talk to you later.